Hello, darling.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, oh, let's go.
Hey! All rise, order in the court. Happy Thursday already, huh?
I can't believe it. Here it is, Thursday, Creed. Exciting day ahead for us. We've got this, and then we've got Thursday at 4:05 on We Gotta Chase. And the main channel, Creedence and Mikey, members only.
That's
at
right.
5:30 today, after dark.
And Creed's going to do some jackpotting, do a little slotting afterwards.
Oh, Jesus.
I just, well, it's Thursday, and then we do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So
You got a schedule.
On top of that, in between intertwined, I'm going to feel like it's Friday all day today because there's an ARCA race from Bristol at 6 o'clock, bunch of qualifying going on today, and a truck race at 9 o'clock tonight. So it's a busy day, and there's racing and there's work, so it's going to feel like a Friday. We're doing.
Oh, by the way, I was also handed this a second ago. Please thank everyone that watches on We Got a Case for helping us hit 1 million views over there. Many thanks. As well as please take time out of your day to thank all the people over on the main channel for helping us get to 24,000 subscribers.
Nice.
So thank you. That's housekeeping.
I love, the growth is perfect.
That's what she said.
Just going,
The growth that's perfect, dude.
Up a little bit, and then good to go.
Nice growth.
All right, what do we got for today?
So this is a little bit different, Creed. This was provided to us by none other than Kay. Kay has a court channel. I'm not even going to try and say it. Creed, do you want to try and say what it's called? It's a Spanish word.
Oh, it's a Spanish.
I believe. KLU. Right down below in the wherever you're watching, right down below, you'll see a link to her channel down there. She does a lot of court stuff you would never, ever see here. So if you like something different, that's the place for it. They do like multiple parts. Like I think she had like part 12 of something the other day. I was like, good Lord, that's an investment.
That is an investment. You ain't kidding. That's for sure. Mayor, I'm glad you like Troll Patrol. I watch.
So good.
One of them. Speaking of
something
different,
these guys allegedly got in a Donnybrook, fight, a kerfuffle. Went hands on, a ruckus, a brawl.
And the other.
I mean, these old dudes. I mean, the one guy's name is Rad.
Rad. You know what else is rad?
It's your birthday.
Amy P's birthday today.
It's your birthday.
Birthday to you.
It's for you.
Happy birthday, dear Queen.
It's not my birthday. It's Amy P's birthday. Michael Scott. I'm sorry.
You hire a guy to do one job, and he puts Creed in every single one of them.
It's Amy's birthday. My God, not mine.
Happy birthday, Amy. Are you do something fun tonight? Get down tonight.
Okay, see the Sunshine Band. Hey, did you see that thing I sent you on Facebook? The dude.
I did. I read through all the comments too.
Yeah, you'll have to do a little bit of a deep dive and see this football thing that he got into too of recruiting some dude that's on.
I saw something about recruiting. I didn't go into that.
Part of the rabbit hole, and you have to take a look at that. This dude apparently in Mikey's neck of the woods is a chef and has really effed over a lot of people around there. And the dude's I think that the episode is premiering tonight or tomorrow on Food Network Chopped. The dude's on there.
Pretty big show, right?
Yeah, I mean, for anybody who watches Food Network, I would think. But anyways, yeah, the news came out about this dude, and we have a lot of mutual friends that know him. And
I think Redface hired him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think that too. Yeah,
because I've also went on to his page. Not Redface, this Duke dude, and it's pretty interesting. But yeah, so anyways, all right, court time. Appreciate you guys. Let's do it. Let's see what we got. And yes, Rad with 2 D's. That means he's even more rad, right?
Double the radness.
Testimony, or testimony essentially of what led up to this event and what actually happened. And again, this is regarding your allegation here specifically.
Custom leather.
What is this? It's asking me
Is Jerry a professor? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm still here. Hold tight.
Hey, Marky.
Okay.
Where am I?
I need. Okay.
He said, "Hold tight."
He needs a
All right,
beaker
so Mr.
and a flask.
Corley, you got an allegation against Mr. Fayez for battery. All right. And that would have occurred according to your application. This event occurred on December 8th, 2022. And apparently, this is out of a potential landlord-tenant relationship.
Thank God it wasn't a
All
sexual
right, so,
one.
fellas, let me get you to raise your right hand.
Griggsy.
Mr. Corley, raise that right hand.
Nice. Hope you got the good weather. Ours is now in the 80s, and like
Yes,
we're gonna be
you
down to
swear or affirm to tell the
50s
truth, the whole
overnight
truth, and the
at
penalty
the
of
end of
perjury of the law.
the beginning of the week. I think.
I do.
All right. So this again is how we're going to do it. Mr. Corley, I'm going to give you 2.5 minutes to be able to give a breakdown about
Nothing,
this event that happened
Michelle.
on December 8th, 2022. Right. Battery.
Nothing.
I don't mind a little bit of background, but I don't want a whole bunch of what happened to you in high school or college, okay? Because people like to go on those tangents.
Judge
Mr.
Davis
Steve
runs a
Fayez, I'm
tight
gonna give
ship.
you an
Yeah, he
opportunity
does.
to also give an opening statement regarding your position. Once you complete that, Mr. Corley, I'm going to give you an opportunity to introduce any type of physical evidence that you've emailed the court or any testimony from any witnesses that you intend to introduce. And then, Mr. Fayez, I'm going to give you an opportunity to cross-examine Mr. Corley or any of his witnesses that he intends to introduce. And then, Mr. Fayez, I'm going to give you an opportunity to introduce any witnesses that you have and any evidence that you may have. And then I'm going to give Mr. Corley an opportunity to cross-examine those folks, right? And then, after conclusion of that evidence,
Jerry's checked out.
I will allow
What did he say?
a closing statement of about 2 minutes of why they believe an arrest warrant should be issued
By
or
Tanya.
not issued.
Good to see
And then
you.
at the conclusion of that matter, I'll make a determination. All right. So keep that in mind. If I issue an arrest warrant, I will give you guys additional information about that. All right, Mr. Fayez, I'm going to go ahead and get you on mute, and I'm going to allow Mr. Corley. Right now, it is 7:02. I'm going to give you Mr. Corley till 7:05.
By the way, this judge, he's got just that slight happiness about him.
Yeah.
So it would really suck like getting bad news from him because he would actually make it sound like it's
Really, yeah, like it was something good. Like, he's sitting here talking about issuing a warrant for your arrest and things like that. But
right.
very cheerfully. At the same time,
Then I got high.
he's trying to hold people to 2.5 minutes.
Dun.
I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. 2.5 minutes. We'll see. Somebody start the clock.
We're not even betting on this because
No way he's gonna get these old dudes to get it done in 2.5 minutes each.
Jerry was busy asking questions from somebody that's sitting next to him, I believe.
Probably a taxi driver.
Rad. He just seems confused. He barely even can see his screen in front of him,
What?
I think.
What did he say?
Huh?
Who?
To go ahead and complete your opening statement.
Well, Judge, Your Honor, I much rather have an attorney to represent me because I'm disabled and I don't want to say something that's wrong, and I'm going to be honest about it. But I much rather be represented by an attorney.
So remember, you're the applicant. So if you want an attorney to represent you in pursuit of this matter, that would be your prerogative. I'm happy to continue it. But just remember that you have been noticed. Mr. Fayez is here. You are not here. You are not here with your counsel, and you had all the notice because you're the one bringing the matter. Right? You're not the defendant. You don't necessarily have.
Yeah, why does he want to? He's the one bringing the case.
The person being pursued for a charge. So just want to make sure you understand. Do you feel capable of presenting the evidence in this case for the allegation that you're making against Mr. Fire?
I can tell you the truth of what happened.
Well, that's all I want to know. Now, if you want counsel now, you are intended to have counsel. I mean, it's a little different because you're not the defendant, but if you want counsel.
Kind of different.
I can tell you what happened.
Well, it's up to you.
Yes, I can. I will.
All right. Well, look, now it's 7:04. I'm going to give you this 7:07. Now,
Okay,
I just want to make sure that you are okay with proceeding without an attorney. You're not the defendant, at least not according to my calendar.
Oh, I don't think
You're
so.
not the respondent. Are you okay proceeding today?
I'll proceed, Judge.
All right. Well, then, again, now it is essentially 7:05. I'm going to give you till 7:07 again, 2.5 minutes or so. Go ahead. Tell me what's going on about the December 8th, 2022 event of battery.
I came home. I came downstairs, going to my room or heading toward. I was really moving. I wanted to go to the bathroom because I have, I was holding myself, trying to get in the house to go to the bathroom.
Been there, done that.
Fray came running from upstairs, downstairs, past me. Because I'm a little disabled when I don't move down the stairs so fast. He went past me and got to the house, to the door in the bottom before me. When I came down, he said, "You're not going in my house." This is what he said to me. I said, "Well, I got to go to the bathroom. I don't know." I said, "I got to go to the bathroom." He says to me, "Well, you can go in the woods or you can go on yourself, but you're not going in my house."
Wait, on a sofa? Did you say on a sofa?
Why is this guy don't want him to use the bathroom?
Maybe
he
he's
lives there, right?
Easily, yeah, but he's probably a little messy. He can't hit the target just right, maybe.
Yeah, but he lives there. I mean, it's not his first rodeo. He's rode this porcelain horse before.
I mean, yeah, but you can also go in the woods just fine, right, David? Oh, David, thank you for your absentee pence.
Good to see you back.
That's what he said to me. So I'm in the middle of this here, and I said, "Well, I paid the rent. Why I can't go? What is it? I want to go to." Anyway, I started to put my key in the door, and he attacked me and wrestled the keys from me. and I, in the course of this scuffle, I made number 1 and number 2 all over myself.
Shit.
And then
for a moment, those of you who don't know, that's a number 3, the coveted number 3. There. I mean, that's, that's...
Does a Jerry shit in the woods? It could have that day, but no, it didn't happen. So look at the smile on his face down here. He's yep.
He's
made you shit yourself there, old timer. I mean, that's it happens to all of us. We've all pooped ourselves at one point in time. It's gone, you piss yourself, whatever. But in the midst of battle is probably one of the worst times.
For sure.
What a shitty situation.
Hey, Norm.
That he took the keys and left me there like that. And then I'm like in this state, I'm banging on the door. And then the other guy that was living downstairs, Zero, he came to the door and opened the door for me. And I went into the bathroom and cleaned myself up. And then that's when I called the police. And that's when, the ambulance came. And that's when I went to the hospital. That's what happened.
Went to the hospital.
Okay.
Oh, because you got.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to put you on mute. I'm going to allow Mr. Fierce to tell me his.
All right. That was pretty quick. I'll give him that.
I'll give it to him. Yeah.
You got to take yourself off mute, though, sir.
So Rad is the owner of the house.
Yes. He did not live there anymore. He had moved on November the 20th. And he was living over, I think, in the masjid called Masjid Mukmanoon. He was staying over there, had not been there. All of a sudden, it was not 12 a.m. at night. It was like 7 a.m. in the morning. in the morning.
What?
And a truck, a van came, which is a van that transport van who transports him because he goes back and forth to the hospital all the time, came there, and he came off that van, off that truck. And so I'm wondering, I had the keys from him already. The only thing he had there was his things. He already had moved. It was a furnished room. He was a paid guest. So the reason why he was evicted, or when I say evicted, he just left because we had an agreement. And we know the imam, both of us know the imam, so he left on his own. My daughter, he would come down in the kitchen butt naked, several times, butt naked. She's on the line, butt naked, and very insulting. So I found out from his caretaker that sometimes he has psychological problems. So I don't know all these things, but his caretaker's he's called a caretaker. He's really just a close friend, but he's a caretaker, and he had shared with me a few things about him that I didn't even know. He was put out of 2 different masjid. They banned him from there. He had tried to get money from one. He got money for Farouk on 14th Street, I think about 10 grand. So I didn't know. So when the medics came, they knew him.
10 G's. Why don't you come stay with me? I got an extra room.
Okay, look. Okay. So this guy's telling a whole different story.
Way different story.
Brad's got a story of how
Yeah.
this dude moved out. He was gone from the place and decided he was on the old timer bus that picks you up and drops you off at the hospital or whatever. And he wanted to go number 2 at this place he used to live.
Yeah, it's a reminiscent thing. You know, it's like, man, I had some really good
we had some really good poops back here.
So I'm going to jump on the old timers bus and they're going to drop me off out front. And Mr.
When
Rad,
Jerry says it was like middle of the night this happened, he says it was 7 a.m. in the morning.
Right. Well, so he was a paying guest in the house at one
time. Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Rad's daughter lives there, and Jerry used to come out with the whole thing swinging like John Anderson.
I mean, one day we'll all be there where we our modesty is out the window, along with our teeth and our continence and
our
all
bladder.
that other good stuff. Yeah.
They said, Corey, you still doing this? That's what they said. The police was standing right there. The police looked at him. Corey put his head down. The police looked at him and they just, both of them just left. The firemen there was policemen, and I think there was also the medics was the last ones that came. There's also
he must have really made quite a mess. They had to call the fire department to hose it down.
Well, sometimes are we trying to say this dude's like an old con man?
I think
what we're trying to say.
Maybe Rad's going to maybe he's going to paint that picture, but to me, I think that Jerry just he's a little bit old and a little cuckoo and got maybe a little bit of an issue. Doesn't know exactly where he's at the moment.
You doing this still, Jerry?
That's
really damn it, Jerry.
And police. The medics was the last ones, and they said, "They knew, Mr. Corey, you still doing this?" That's what they said. My daughter's on the line, so she can confirm what he did. So that's the one reason. And plus, he owed money. He owed $400. He hadn't paid.
Well, hold on. We're gonna get to it, but I want you to respect the court's time, because obviously you're saying a couple of things, and I want to give an opportunity for folks to testify, and so to do evidence. So just give me a second. I'm going to let you say more, but usually it's going to come through some testimony. So hold tight. So the court gets a little bit of what you're talking about. So what I'm going to do, Mr. Corley, I understand when we announced, thank you, Mr. Fives, but when we announced, you said you had evidence. What evidence did you submit to the court so I can make sure I can pull it up?
Well, the evidence that I have is the fact that that he attacked me, and I went to the hospital. That
he's got a coach,
and the Imam Furqan Muhammad came to the hospital and picked me up.
Excuse me.
From the hospital. And that's when the first time I went, I was staying right there where at 537 Rays Road. That's where I was living. I didn't have another place to live. But I called the man.
Well, hold on. Because you're now just giving me more and more, which I understand you have no witnesses, but you had indicated to me earlier that you had some evidence.
I submitted the paperwork that I have, and to recall what what happened to me, so I can, because sometimes, I'm just in a situation that I was attacked.
No.
He attacked me. He assaulted.
That'll work. Is that how he showed up off the bus?
No, this is him, making breakfast and, just greeting everyone first thing in the morning. Had to censor his, private
of
parts.
course. Yeah, it almost looks like he's wearing a wreath or something.
He's wearing slippers too. You see those? Those are nice slippers.
Nice slippers. It's very nice. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an MFT. If you join the Discord, go all the way down to the bottom. You can claim your own and trade them and do whatever you'd like with them if you own them. That is.
Don't sell them though if you don't own them.
That's right.
Me and took the keys from me. And all my stuff is still in the house. All my clothes, all my mail.
Hold on. I'm going to ask some more questions shortly. Clerk, did Mr. Corley submit any evidence or an email to you?
Judge, the only evidence that was submitted was what was attached with application and the request that he wanted to continue this hearing tonight for another date, but nothing else.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Corley, you didn't submit any other physical evidence, did you?
I had paperwork that I sent there, and I got the receipts from the post office where it was sent back to me for return mail. I mean, because I sent stuff to the courts in reference to the situation and where they have to sign for it, and in order for to know that they received it. I have those receipts with me, that I've sent to the courts in reference to the situation to explain what happened and trying to understand, what's going on. Okay. And that's why I said I asked for it, because it's so confusing to me.
Well, hold on, Mr. Corley. Hold tight. All right, so let me just make sure I understand, because I still want to be able to make sure that folks like Mr. Fayez gets an opportunity to defend himself against these allegations.
Thank you.
That's right. We'll never strike. No, sir.
We'll be here with you through all of the strikes.
Baseball
Thank
strikes.
You. Let's go.
You name it. We're here.
All right, so I have looked at the documents that you provided, but I don't see anything other than the report that was originally made. I do see they essentially state the allegations that you're currently making now, but there were nothing in there that you supplied to the court that was any evidence of the event of the battery that you're alleging that Mr. Fayez provided.
What?
Or committed against you.
Where don't you have? I'm going to the doctor now. Don't they? I went to Emory Hospital from there. I haven't been back to that place since he attacked me.
I understand, and I understand the police report as well that was reviewed said that there were no visible injury, but that's okay. That doesn't mean that a touching didn't happen. Battery didn't happen. So if you don't have
okay, I'm listening, Judge.
Do you have any evidence other than what you submitted to the court in your initial application of the battery?
Well, this was I don't, as far as that's concerned, the facts, the records.
Very quickly, have we gotten to the fight yet? Which he, of course, calling the battery. We haven't quite.
I mean, just that he said, we was there on the porch.
Right.
He come up and he grabbed my keys. He's trying to pull my keys out of my hand. And then he attacked me. And at that point,
that's about
I let number one and number two go. Your Honor, I'm going to the doctor.
Where's Pass? Look, still everywhere. everywhere, Pass.
You talking about that? Oh, well.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's everywhere. I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of it.
Keeps on giving.
It's all in my board and stuff. It's everywhere. It's just everywhere.
For themselves. The records speak for themselves. There's records of everything that I'm saying, and Imam Furqan Muhammad can witness it. He picked me up at the hospital,
Full,
and I
full
wasn't
come
living in the
Muhammad.
masjid. I was living right there. Where
Okay. All right. Well, let me hear from Mr. Fayez.
Roy, yes. Our lovely pass sent us both cards that would not, once you open them up, they would not stop. Mine was screaming.
Oh, mine was never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. And I was like trying to cut it off. I'm like, it won't cut off. And I was like, God, I'm gonna have to tear this card up to try and get this thing to stop. And as soon as I ripped it open to try and make it stop, it just goes everywhere. It'll live here as long as I do.
I could, yes, far past. It's going to far surpass me as well.
Like,
Mr. Fayez, this is what we're going to do. Mr. Corley does not have any witnesses or evidence here at this evening, but that's okay. He's still going to have an opportunity to ask you questions and any witnesses that you introduce.
Yeah.
And so what is going to happen is you are free now to ask Mr. Corley any cross-examination questions that associated with this December 8th incident based upon his testimony about what happened. And then I will give you an opportunity, if need be, to go ahead and introduce your witnesses in any testimony that you may have. You do not have to testify, but nonetheless, any testimony that you may have. And then we can make a determination about whether or not an arrest warrant should issue. So Mr. Corley, Mr. Fayez is going to ask you some direct questions. I'm going to give you 5 minutes, Mr. Fayez, and no more to be able to ask Mr. Corley any direct examination questions.
Thank you.
Questions.
5 minutes and $5.
Direct. Isn't it true? You did this, correct? Those kinds of questions. I mean, you're free to ask open-ended questions. But this is an effort to see whether or not there's any testimony that you would like to elicit from Mr. Corley based upon his testimony. I'm going to give you that time, Mr. Fayez. Mr. Corley, I would ask that you respond to Mr. Fayez's questions, and we'll go from there. The floor is yours.
Mr. Corey, the police was right there, and you told them that your hand was felt as though it was bruised, and they checked you out. They looked at you, and
I wish
they didn't even. The reason why they didn't put anything in the report because they realized there was nothing there. The keys that I got was trying.
Well, hold on, wait. You're asking a really.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Question. So let's shorten it up.
The short one was that the police recognized that there was no injury to you, sir.
That's
Mr.
not.
Corley, he's asking, do you admit that there was no injury to you?
I was injured. I was hurt, and I was injured. And I don't have the keys to the house. He took the keys. We struggled, and he took the keys from me, and I doodled and pee-peed.
right in time for a doo-doo and pee-pee sermon happening now.
I just
Cat,
doo-dooed
hello.
and pee-peed. Wow, look at that.
Buck naked. Buck naked, cat.
Naked as you want to be.
You're making between you and Esco and everybody else making it real easy today on this long day. The beginning.
It'll be a long one.
The beginning of a long day. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, cat.
I think we're finally going to get into the actual fight, the battery, the reason really why we're here.
Can we hear him say pee-pee and doo-doo?
I believe so. Yeah, I can't miss that.
All over myself. That's exactly what happened, Judge.
That I got was trying.
Well, hold
to
on, wait. You're asking a really long compound question. So
Okay,
let's
I'm
shorten it
sorry.
up. What do you
short
ask?
25 months a member. Didn't even know it's possible.
F you, Brian.
F you, Brian.
the
Brian, I hope that you pee-pee and poo-poo all over yourself.
Pee-pee and
Please.
doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
recognize that there was no injury to you, sir.
That's
Mr.
not
Corley, he's asking, do you admit that there's no injury to you?
that's
Please,
I
please.
was injured, I was hurt, and I was injured, I don't have the keys to the house. He took the keys. We struggled, and he took the keys from me, and I doodled and pee-peed all over myself. That's exactly what happened, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Fias, do you have another question for Mr.
I poo-poo and the doo-doo, whatever he did. There were medics there, the police was there, and the firemen. Nobody ran away because nothing was smelling. So you had some good smelling poo-poo.
Oh, okay. Gad, you came in.
Oh my God! What the hell? What the hell?
Huh?
All right. So his explanation is
He didn't poop himself.
I don't think he pooped himself, Your Honor.
Right. Just because
There was firemen there, there was police there, and no one ran away. I mean, no one.
Michael, thank you. Welcome to the train.
So obviously, you got some good smelling doo-doo.
Now, if that is the case, if somebody really did doo-doo themselves and it didn't stink up like the whole house, I would be kind of shocked. I will give them that.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's shit. It stinks.
Right. I don't think there's any that smells good necessarily.
No, nobody smells good back there.
And pee too, because you would have been
Fias,
stupid.
this isn't an opportunity for you to testify.
Okay.
This is an opportunity for you to ask Mr. Fias some questions.
I don't even know where he got that set of keys at. I had already had the set of keys he originally had because he was not staying there since November the 20th. I don't know where he was staying. I thought he was at the Van
Okay,
Farrakhan.
again, listen. Ask him a question. If you don't want to ask him any more questions,
The question is that the
question
Case
goes on
closed.
without.
Let's get drunk.
So ask him a question.
the question is, where were you staying at all that time?
I
Where
was
were you
staying. I was staying right there at 537 Rays Road until the day of you attacking me and taking my key. Anything else other than that, you're telling not the truth. I'm telling you in your face, you are telling a lie.
My daughter
That's
was
what
there.
you're doing.
My daughter was there.
Because
Hold on,
you
don't
didn't-
talk over him, Mr. Fias. You don't need to tell him anything. You're just questioning him. Let's get a couple more questions before you complete. Do you have any other questions?
Mr. Corey, have you been butt naked several times in the kitchen in front of my daughter?
No, I haven't. That's not the truth.
No, I haven't. And that's not the truth. Wait, is he literally lying right now in front of me? It says,
No, I haven't. And that's not the truth. This guy, these two dudes, I mean, can we just let them fight it out?
yeah, I think that's a great start. By the way, Judge J.G. Davis, could you imagine? First of all, he's doing a great job actually keeping them
Excellent job.
He really is. Could you imagine these two with some other judge? It's some that we can think of real quick that would just let this go on for 4 hours.
Oh, Judge dude, if he gets in the zone where he's like zoned out, he
Mhm.
just lets people go and go and go.
Talk over each other. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
I'm a Muslim and I keep myself covered. I'm a Muslim and I keep myself covered. I've never been in the nude around there for anyone to see me. Not only your daughter, nobody,
All right,
any
hold
of the
on.
people that was living, they've never seen me in the.
So he doesn't get naked for religious reasons? Is that what we're saying?
That's what I'm understanding because he's a Muslim.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
I would never show anyone my private areas. Ever.
Except for your hot daughter.
I mean, is that why the one guy come and got him? Whatever his name was earlier? Maybe that's the connection.
Yeah, Mr. Cum. I believe was his name.
Irish Demon, good to see you, buddy. I would tell you guys check out his channel, but you guys already know about it. Way bigger channel than this one. I don't know. I still think his thing was out.
Oh, I can see this. I'm telling you, this dude's got like dementia or something. Like many of you said.
I think he didn't intentionally do it to show his dong, but he did.
Gregory Tuba.
He takes a shower in his clothes. You know?
Right.
Never changes.
do because I guard my privacy. I'm a Muslim brother.
Brent?
Well, you must be losing your mind then because my daughter's
Brother.
times that you and others have seen you butt naked, not naked, but butt naked. And you apologize.
Oh,
Not naked.
wait, guys,
Butt
guys,
naked.
guys. One last question,
Butt
Mr.
naked.
Fias, do you have for Mr. Ford?
Is that butt or buck? We say buck here.
Or butt naked.
Mr. Ford, you called me and I got the voicemail. And you said to me, that everything was fine, that all you wanted to do was just, when could you pick your stuff up, Mr. Nasir, you went and pick the things up, which she called me a few times to pick your stuff up. And that was, we hadn't talked no other time. There was no.
You're not telling the truth, my man. I mean.
All right. Well, listen, Mr.
My
Ford,
man.
you guys are not really asking each other questions here. So that's obviously not giving us any information for me to make a determination. So this is what I'm going to do. Mr. Corley, I'm going to give you an opportunity to cross-examine Mr. Fias. Before we do that, Mr. Fias, is there anybody
idea
that you have testimony for that knows about the incident that we're here about today? I don't need
Or it's your
somebody
daughter,
to be a witness.
Brad.
That's just a witness to
Bring
your
her in.
character being a good person. I need to know, is there any witness that you have this evening that can actually comment on the events that are in question this evening?
Mr. Judge,
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor, my daughter is a witness to him being the way he was in that kitchen. So she can.
What about the battery that we're alleged? I'm not talking about
nobody there. Nobody there. It was him and I.
There was nobody there. So none of your witnesses can comment to what occurred on that date of incident.
No, sir. That's correct. And it was not at 12 a.m. It was 7 a.m. in the morning. They have a record of the fire department and the Phoenix.
Wait.
Have a record of that.
Hold tight.
Check the records. They can look at the time.
Individuals that you intend to provide testimony for, what are they going to tell the court?
We have the daughter pick it out of a lineup, you know.
I think she could. And again, with this whole, fight, no one's seen the fight. And why can we not establish that it was either midnight or 7 in the morning?
I don't. Yeah, there's a big discrepancy there. But Rad says, how about this, Rad? Since we're coming to court, how about we just show them the time and stuff? We would have that information pretty easily, I would think.
I think so. It's right there on the police report.
Yeah, this is still the most odd part about this one so far is that we haven't heard much about the battery part of this. I think that is that not the most important part?
I would think so. The peeing and the pooping really probably not so much at play at this point.
Well, you can't take somebody to court just because they didn't let you use the bathroom, I don't think.
Yeah, especially at a place that you no longer lived, that
Right.
you say you actually still lived there.
Yes.
But
My witnesses.
Yeah, what are they gonna? Why are they valuable to you? To your case?
Of the
never.
havoc of trouble I've had with the gentleman, with Mr. Corey, and also about him, his situation and how he's talked about and told stories about other things. I really don't think he intended to tell any stories. I think he just his mind goes like that.
Well, hold on. Wait. Again, I don't need to hear all of that. That's not necessarily what I'm going to. What I'm again concerned about is this alleged battery that occurred on the date of incident. There are a whole lot of other issues.
Still haven't really talked about
this matter. But I'm really
Kind of
more
important.
concerned about the battery. I do have some other questions, but I first want to get through any evidence associated with the battery. So if the folks you plan on introducing
Train's coming.
see nothing, don't know nothing, and you don't got no photos,
Jerry's not parked on the tracks.
then I don't know how they're really relevant to the facts associated with this incident. Can you provide me some other information to tell me why I should let them testify?
I
couldn't hear you. There was apparently a train going by.
Okay. Yeah. The only thing that they could testify, that my daughter could testify, is him being nude in the kitchen. That's the only
That's
thing.
a first.
So what about this other individual that you claim is a caretaker?
The other individual knows Mr. Corey's character and incidents, all these incidents for over 20 years.
Yeah, that would be inappropriate. Okay, so this is what we're going to do then. I'm going to allow Mr. Corley to cross-examine you. Mr. Corley, you're going to be able to cross-examine Mr. Fray 7:23. I'll give you till 7:28. And then I'm going to ask both of you some questions, and then I'm going to allow you to do a closing statement, okay? So, Mr. Corley, as I've said before, the same applies for you. For Mr. Fayez, you're free to ask him direct examination questions like didn't you, isn't it true? And clock starts now. Floor is yours, Mr. Corley, for Mr. Fayez.
Okay, well, my caregiver was supposed to handle,
No.
but he's in the picture because
No,
that's
Mr. Corley, you're not understanding. I need you to ask Mr. Fayez questions.
Where's Mr. Fayez, where's my keys to the house that you took from me?
You didn't have any keys. You gave me the keys. Those keys, you must have made up a second pair of keys. You didn't have any keys, and you know that. Those keys you must have made
how did I get in it?
When you left the house?
Okay. Well, let me ask you this question, Fayez. How did I get in and out the house? That's the first time that I was refused admittance by you. That was the first time when you attacked me. You took the keys from me. Because I never was refused.
Wait, Mr. Corley, let him answer.
Because you had moved, you were not,
I didn't.
Live there in
Let him
November, since the latter part of November, around November the 20th is when you no longer had lived there. You hadn't paid. I told you I didn't want any money from you. So, you remember you hadn't paid, and Mr. Nasir can bear witness to that because you tried to borrow money from him.
Oh,
I didn't try to borrow any money from him. That's not the truth.
You borrowed money from him.
Wait, Mr. Fayez.
That's not the truth.
Mr. Corley, you don't need to tell him that that's not the truth. I can determine whether or not I believe it or not. So do you have another question for Mr. Fayez?
What did I do to make you attack me?
Sir, no one attacked you. That's why the policemen realized that you were not attacked. They saw everything. They found the keys in the grass. And when
they did not find the keys. They did not find the keys.
Please let him answer.
Okay, I'm sorry, Judge.
The keys in the grass. The policemen found the keys in the grass.
Is it possible that there was not really ever even a fight, and he's just
well, that's what Mr. Rad's saying. And
with the amount of, we just don't have much about it. I'm starting to maybe think that's possible.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, he started out saying, "There I was, holding everything I had inside, trying to make it to the door."
That's true.
I moved pretty slow. Mr. Rad, he's fast as hell. He come by me, grabbing my keys, saying, "Look here, you're not coming in this house." I said, "I got the shit, man. Get out of the way.
It's a number 3. Watch out.
It's going to go. It's going to blow. Move.
I do kind of wish that Rad had that report that would show if it was 7 a.m. or midnight. I mean,
you don't live here anymore. You can't poop here whenever you want.
I think that's what Mr. Corley is mad about.
What did you do with my keys?
That's on record.
Well, he didn't give it to me. He didn't give it to me.
That's on record.
Okay, Mr. Corley. You don't comment after he makes every answer.
All right, but I don't.
You don't just because you don't like what he says doesn't mean that you need to make a whole response.
Okay, all right, Judge. All right, I see what you say.
Y'all are grown men. Y'all can listen. We all grown men right here on this screen. You can ask questions.
Agree too.
And be able to listen to what he says without immediately responding. You know why? That's why most folks didn't get, because they can't hold themselves. They want to immediately
We know he can't.
So let's just be a little patient with each other, right? So go ahead and ask your last 2 questions for Mr. Fay.
How did I get in the house? That night, did you attack me? How did I get in the house?
Mr. Zero opened the door. And you said that earlier, that Mr. Zero opened the door. And he said, had you known that he thought you was with me, had he known, he would not open the door because he know you had already moved.
Is he still living there?
No, he's no longer there.
There's been, it's been rumors that you've done the same thing to a lot of everybody that.
Wait,
lives
Mr.
there.
Corley, hold tight. That's not a question. That's
Okay.
a whole testimony.
Okay, Judge. Let me ask him this question: Is Harvey still there?
Yeah, Kat's right here. She just commented. What do you need, Mr. Corley?
I like that he's like shouting out everyone that lives there.
Yes.
Is Rascal still there? Rascal.
I like Zero. Is that because he just walks around drinking Coke Zero Sugar?
It's the Zero. It's not even his name. Nickname.
Mr. Harvey is still there.
Okay. Why you didn't bring him as a witness? He was there. He came there. It was two people that came in that apartment after I moved in there. I've been in there over a year. My kid, yeah.
What's your question to Mr. Fires? You're going to get an opportunity to say what you need to say at the end. I just need you to have a question for Mr. Fires. Now you push yourself on. Last question.
He's like, wrap it up, Jerry.
Did you not say to me that I could go on in the woods, or I can go on myself, but I'm not going into your house? Did you not say that to me?
Yes, sir, because you no longer live there, sir.
Yeah, he has all the right in the world to do that if he's gone.
I'm going to ask a couple questions of you guys.
I'm not letting anyone hear the shit either.
I went back to an old house I used to live at, and I went and knocked on the door, and I was like, hey, I used to live here. Can I take a dump, please?
Hey, I know you changed the locks and all. I got a key. Can I come in and poop?
Don't mind. I'm going to take you to court if you.
Did you tell me to shit in the woods?
Mr. Fires, you told me that there was an agreement that you and Mr. Corley reached in order for him to vacate. When was that?
It was in November. I have I think I have the text in November. I had been saying it since really October. Mr. Nasir, who's considered sort of a caretaker for over 20 years, would call me and say he's looking for a place for Mr.
Hold on, listen, you're giving me a lot of background.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying that he said that
listen, I'm gonna ask you some very simple questions. Hold tight. This is for me. I need to know what's going on.
Right.
Because this is also a landlord-tenant issue. So I just want to make sure that we understand what's going on. So you told me, or you're telling the court, that he voluntarily vacated the property.
That's correct.
Right? And when did he voluntarily vacate?
November.
November the 20th.
Okay, and this incident happened on December 8th. All right. Did any of his personal property still remain in this property?
No, it remains in the garage. It had been left his room, but it's in the garage, and several times.
Wait. I like to do things in bite-sized parts. Bite-size. You want to give me a meal? I want to
Bite-sized corporate bits.
Okay. Hold tight. I want to snap info. So he apparently moved out on November 20th. Did you file a dispossessory action?
No, I didn't have to because it was voluntary.
And because it was, but he still had property in the premises.
He just had clothing, no property. It was all furnished. It was all my property.
But clothing is property. Did he have anything else?
Yes, and they were supposed to pick it up. Mr. Nasir was supposed to pick it up.
He said he got mail there.
And they didn't pick it up. Did he ever return the keys to you?
The keys, I didn't get those. I don't remember what happened to the keys, to be honest. But after that incident,
is that a yes or a no? Did he return?
Wait, that was okay. Well, hold on a second.
So did he or did he not still have the keys?
Now, is that not the first time that Rad said that he doesn't know what happened to the keys?
Because he tried to accuse Jerry a while ago
of having the keys.
He made another set of keys. That's how you were trying to get in. So we're never really discounted that these were not said keys for said door. Because he was gone since November. He'd been gone since November.
Great job, Wyclef.
Dog me. You think that helps you? No. So when did you get the keys back?
About November the 20th.
the same day that he's around the same time he vacated?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're saying for about 2 weeks or so or more, 3 weeks, he wasn't at the property and then came back with the key to try to get in. And
Yeah,
how
no,
were you,
yeah,
and
no,
why were you there? Do you live there as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you live there as well. And all of his personal possessions that are far as physical, like his clothes, were in the garage.
Yes, sir.
And no eviction was obtained, no dispossessory, no writ of possession.
Didn't have to do any dispossessory, nothing at all like that.
Okay, and you didn't. All right, Mr.
He
Corley,
left on his own.
when's the last time you slept at this house?
Last night.
The night
Case closed.
before the 8th, I was there the night before. I slept there.
Okay.
And when I came back on the 8th is when all this occurred.
All right, hold tight. Mr. Fayez, when's the last time that Mr. Corley lived at this property?
I like how this judge is taking time to get things right in his head.
Yeah,
He's going to ask now.
Sort it out more. Yeah, he let them. He gave them a chance. He did. We got a lot of information, but now he's going to hold their hand, and he's going to walk us through it. Yeah,
and I like that. It does not seem with these type of cases, it does not seem that we see that often. Really, when you think about it, there's so many times where like, oh my God, judge, please ask some questions about this. Clear it up, would you please?
Asleep at this property.
He hadn't been there since November the 20th. No one has seen him. Even the gentleman he spoke of that still lives there, Harvey.
So he didn't. So to your knowledge, he never hasn't slept there since the 20th and been there since. Okay. All right.
Yes, it is.
This is what I'm going to do for you fellas. I'm going to give you an opportunity to tell me, Mr. Corley, first, why you believe an arrest warrant should issue. Mr. Fayez, I'm then going to give you an opportunity to respond to that. I'm going to give each of you about 2.5 minutes. You don't have to use the 2.5 minutes if you don't need to. Of telling me why you believe, Mr. Corley, the arrest warrant should issue.
Pass put up some meme the other day. I don't know if you saw it. It was where it was like what everybody thinks that New Orleans is like.
Oh, yeah.
Like Robin, and then but what it's really like, and then all the good food, and then the last one is the guy Robin. That made me laugh. Pass.
That was a good one.
Mr. Fayez, assumingly, why the arrest warrant shouldn't issue. We'll start with Mr. Corley. Mr. Corley, tell the court why this arrest warrant should be issued against Mr. Fayez.
Because he attacked me and took the keys from me, wrestled my hand. I'm going to the doctor right now about my arm and my hand that he hurt. And I went to the hospital. I have, the records speak for themselves. I didn't, he attacked me and hurt me. And he put me out of his house. And I haven't been back there since. All my clothes, all my medicine, I had money in the room that I never retrieved. And I haven't been back there since. That's why I think he needs to be arrested for violating the law in reference to tenants' rights. He illegally evicted me.
Damn.
And assaulted me.
Wow.
And that's it.
Oh wow.
All right. Mr.
You
Do
know,
we have a civil suit coming?
I was going to say, you know what, there, Jerry, you probably should have got a lawyer if you really want to take this.
Yeah, because it seems like it's not as cut and dry as we thought. It seems like he's building towards something else.
Because I would dismiss this in a heartbeat. Nobody's. This is just a waste of time at this point. To me, anyways. That's just me. I don't know about you guys in the chat, but feel free to put in your votes what you think is going to happen. I
definitely believe Rad. I don't know why. I think like Jerry
Rad a little bit more.
I think Jerry isn't a bad guy. I just think Jerry might have a few
screws with it.
Yeah, medical terms.
Yes.
And because of that, maybe he thought that he still lived there, or he thought, that all that was going on. But I don't know. Even Zero let him in.
Where was Harvey?
Harvey knows.
Yes. The medics were there. They were taking him to the hospital, not for any bruises or anything. They were taking him to the hospital because he said he was sick. He didn't feel good at all. He talked to the man Fulcon was on the phone. He was on the phone with him, and he wasn't sick of. He wasn't going for no hand or no wrist, nothing like that. He was going because he goes to the hospital all the time. He calls the policeman, and tell them that he just wants them to help get his family together. And the police ask him why they call him. That's what I want to say.
Damn, short and sweet.
All right. Well, a couple things. First things first. I'm not going to make a predetermined judgment on the landlord-tenant issue, but I do have my concerns. But that's not the issue that's before us today. The issue before us is about a battery, and obviously it does involve a landlord-tenant relationship. So there does seem to be some sort of blurring of issues. But Mr. Corley, what I will tell you in the basis of this probable cause hearing, effectively, is that I don't have any witnesses from you, brother. I don't have no witnesses. I don't have no testimony. I don't have no physical evidence. And the police report that I read said that there were no visible injuries to you when they came and saw you. And that the reason why you went to the hospital based upon your own statement was obviously the issues of you having the defecation and urination. So with that, wait, just let me finish. Without any evidence to support that there was actually an offensive touching, I really don't have any means to be able to issue an arrest warrant. And so with that, I am going to not issue an arrest warrant, and I will be dismissing the application. But as I said, fellas, the landlord-tenant issue is another issue that's not before me, but I got some more questions, but those questions won't be answered this evening. And with that, that'll be the order of the court, and you fellas are free to go.
All right. Well,
watch out, Jerry.
Jerry, move the car.
Jerry, watch out. Jesus, Jerry.
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 Damn it, Jerry.
Jerry.
There's a train coming by, Jerry. Couldn't hear you. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Hope Jerry's all right.
Now, and again, everybody, this wasn't a TPO. This was, where is he going to issue a warrant for this guy to be arrested for this assault? It's alleged assault.
Yeah.
And there just wasn't enough there. There was not enough evidence. Well, you're going to take that up with in Kay's chat. You can't bring charges over to this chat.
Yeah, then we're going to actually try you for it, and both of you will be on, and we'll hold court right here with fake judges and all.
Got to really just take your time on that. But yeah, the old guys, I would love to see more. I think Kay said there might even be a follow-up with this. So maybe she'll be nice enough if everybody goes down below right here. Look down here, right down here. Yeah, you're going to see Kay's YouTube channel right there.
YouTube. It's a YouTube channel.
She's never on when we are, and we never do the same cases. God bless her. They're all right there. Just go down there, click it. You go check out the stuff she has over there. She has like multi-parters where we come in and we're like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. She knows she's an all the timer.
She's in it for the long haul. I love that.
So, but maybe we'll get some more evidence, some more of this story. I love these two guys. Rad and Jerry, come on, man.
Fun. The Too Old to Fight Express. Amy, happy birthday to you, or birthday, as they say here in the South. Wire Mother, thank you. David O. Esco Pablo Bar. I love that name, by the way, with a big red. Zum. Did I get that right? Cat with the huge red.
Massive.
Rocket. Michael, thank you. Tech Troublemaker. That is Roy. And thank you, Grigsy. You guys are the best. Oh, man. It's my birthday. See, I got this song. I just don't know if it's going to work. I've got 3 songs total. And this one's kind of cool, but I don't know if it's. Gotta get my bones right. It's pretty funky,
It is. Kind of weird because it's got lyrics, though.
I know. That's the thing that I don't like about it. But that's the point. It's from a slot machine, by the way.
Oh, slots.
Yeah.
Everything goes back to slots.
Everything. I don't know, because of the, it's a great song. Either way. What are you eating? What you got?
Doritos.
Oh. I'm done with Great Value brand Doritos. I've had too many bags where there's just not enough for the seasoning on them, which is usually great value stuff is highly
more heavy-handed with seasonings.
Yeah, and that's why
Well, I hate to see it's like Jerry and Rad breaking up.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's tough times.
It's a shame. Could you imagine having to have your rooms for rent? That would make me nuts.
It's a boarding house. He's an entrepreneur. What do you expect?
No, unless he's making some good money. That's entirely possible.
I got a feeling he is with Harvey and Zero.
That's true. There's a
Jerry and God knows who else staying there.
Bunch of people. Appreciate you guys. Can't talk.
You too.
We'll see you in a couple hours for We Gotta Chase Thirsty Thursday edition. So everybody start drinking now. So we're all right at the right level when we start.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to let the cat out of the bag. We got another dancer and a pastor.
There will be no more poop or pee today, right?
No more poop or pee, allegedly.
The other thing is too, and I'm looking forward to this. We're doing a little bit of a deep dive, kind of a not safe for work type thing for members only, which is usually on Friday, but it's today because we're doing one thing tomorrow, and that's it.
One is the loneliest number. But here's the thing. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to wherever you're watching. You can subscribe over on We Gotta Chase, We Got a Case, or the main channel, Creedence and Mikey. Make sure you do one of those things today. Go back, watch some of our old videos. Leave a comment. That helps us out tremendously.
Oh, were they cleaning up over at Kensington? Is that what you're talking about, RLS? I didn't watch this morning.
Good for you. Golden cold turkey. You guys stay safe. You guys stay hard like Tiny Piggy.
Thank you, Tiny Piggy.
Also, stay tuned. Because Creed nailed the greatest sound effect ever today of the train.
That's right. And the damn judge heard it and even talked about it. So
that was perfect timing on something we had no idea was coming.
That's true.
None at all. You guys take care. We love you. Top Guy's out. I hit my elbow. Some bit.
I don't know.
Mm.